Now, this presentation is going to be broken into four parts or four learning areas, and I'm going to walk you through each one of them. But they're the four main components that I always talk about with people when it comes to setting up your own WordPress site. So, the first one, how to create a high quality and high content website that represents you and your business. I also want to talk about how anybody can have a self-managed website, and all it takes really is just a little bit of coaching, a little bit of someone to show you, do this, don't do that, and here's how you put things together. And within a very short period of time, you can be up and running on your own site. Also, we're going to talk about how the whole content creation strategy side of things can help brand you as an expert. So again, it's going to be business focused, and it's about creating an audience and attracting people to read and absorb and just take a hold of the content that you're trying to create and put out there. And then finally, we're going to talk about the best practices of SEO, search engine optimization. Obviously, if you're going to be doing stuff on the web, you want to make sure that Google is finding you and the search engines are finding you and finding your content so that you're attracting ideal viewers to your website. The ideal traffic are the people who are searching for exactly what it is that you offer on your website. So let's talk about bullet number one first. So when it comes to creating a high quality, high content website, I always talk about the big five. These are tools that you need in your toolbox to get started. So the first thing is a domain. You need a web address to have a website under, and it's very easy to go get a domain. I usually just go to GoDaddy.com, and they run a little search there for you to tell you if the domain you want is available. You also need a hosting account. So a hosting account is basically just a computer that hosts your website and shows that website to the rest of the world. You don't want to do that from your own computer at home because the chances of it being able to handle the eventual traffic you're going to get are pretty slim, and really nobody just runs a hosting account from their house. WordPress installed, obviously. This is a WordPress-based presentation. The good thing is most hosting accounts, I often recommend HostGator or Bluehost, and they have what's called one-click WordPress install. So basically, with literally one click, you can have WordPress installed on your host, and then it's just a matter of configuring it for your use. You need a WordPress theme. And basically, a WordPress theme is a template that makes your site look and behave and act in a certain way. And there's tons and tons of themes available online for free. You can go and do Google searches for free WordPress themes. There's also paid WordPress themes. And then there's advanced and customizable WordPress themes that I'm going to talk about a little bit later. And then you need one of the tools you're definitely going to need in your toolbox is some kind of coaching or guidance from somebody who's already been there before. I remember, again, I've already mentioned once that I have a technical background, and it's true, I've done a lot of technical stuff in my career, but when I first moved to WordPress, I needed somebody to sit down and show me kind of the basics. And once I had that, it was very quick to get up and running. So as long as you have sort of that mentorship aspect, you'll be just fine. Now let me walk you through the main areas of a WordPress website so you can understand it both from a design and a business perspective, how this can really, really change things and help you out enormously. First of all, let's go through the different sections here. The first thing is your theme or your template. So every single WordPress website is based on a theme. The theme determines basically the way things are going to look and the way things will be structured on your website. Some themes are very simple with hardly anything, and it could be basically just a white background with text if you really want to narrow it down, or it can get very complex with lots of design. You could even embed Flash and lots of really fancy graphics. That's up to you and your tastes and sometimes your budget too. But you can go out to Google right now and search for WordPress themes, and you'll find tons of them for free and many other ones that are paid, and it's just up to you. This happens to be one I paid for just because I really liked the style of it. Um, there's also very clean navigation with WordPress, so allowing people to just quickly get to other areas of your website is a good thing to have. You don't necessarily want to confuse people and send them to some random post, a random page with an article written on it. Make your navigation clean, and WordPress makes it very simple to do. So at my site here, you can see I've got an about page and a contact page and a place where you can go get articles, another place where you can look at my products and services. It's all very easy for my visitors to find. You can also quite simply insert cool graphics and images. This example I have here is a plugin that I use to link a picture to an article that I've written. So I really like that plugin, but it's just one example of how WordPress allows you to plug things in, especially things like imagery that will make things pop and really capture your user's attention. And from a business perspective, I mean, think about it. If you have a really cool product and some good photos of it, that might be the first thing people want to see, or that you want to publicize on the homepage or on any page of your website. There's also a customizable sidebar that comes with pretty much every WordPress theme. There are some where there is no sidebar, or there's in cases you can remove the sidebar. But for the most part, this is how you'll see a WordPress website structured. In some cases, there'll be a sidebar on the left, and sometimes there's even two of them. I like sidebars because no matter where I go on this website as a viewer, as a visitor, the sidebar remains consistent. Now, when you talk about building a high quality website that represents your business, here is an opportunity to take advantage of capturing the attention of potential buyers and prospects for your specific product or service. So on my example here, I've got a little ad for a book, an ebook that I actually give away, and I use that giveaway to build my mailing list. And it's my mailing list that I send my content to, and it's also those people who ultimately end up looking at my offers, and some of them become customers. So it's a really great way of creating a system that you can meet potential buyers. And again, that's what we're ultimately trying to do here. Um, Now, dynamic content on my website, I publish all of my latest blog posts, my most dynamic content, right on the home page in a featured section. So if I come up with a new article or a new interview or some kind of content that I've created, it goes right there on the home page. Other WordPress sites might move the dynamic blogging page to a secondary page, not right on the home page. It's pretty customizable that way, but the point is you're building a website that's constantly being updated, constantly changing and growing so that people want to come back, and it's indexing more and more stuff into search engines, which I'm going to talk about very soon. I also, from a design and quality perspective, you can really give your users and your visitors a great experience by arranging the content cleanly. And in my example here, all of my content is structured into categories that I know my visitors look for. So I have a category where I talk about entrepreneurship. I have another category where I talk about personal development. I have success interviews. I have inspirational people. So depending on who you are, your personality, and the kind of stuff you're looking for, my site will give it to you, and it will let you find that based on the categories I've created. So it's a really nice way of organizing the information. Static websites can't really do this because the information is not based on a database. With WordPress it is, so it's very easy to pull things out. And then finally, you can easily plug in social media. So if you're watching this presentation, I'm guessing you've probably tried Twitter or Facebook or one of the social media sites. And I don't really need to say too much about it other than it's very easy to integrate your website with your social media profile.